Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into something that really connects all of us, no matter where we're from or who we are, and that's the universal language of music.
So, just think about it for a second. What's that one song you can put on that'll always make you smile, or maybe one that gets you totally pumped up for a workout? It's pretty incredible, right? That power music has over our feelings is exactly what we're going to get into. You know, just like we organize books into fiction and nonfiction, or sort our movies into comedy and drama, music has its own filing system. And this system helps us find the sounds we love and even see how different styles are connected to each other. And the main key to all this organization is one word: genre. Now, it sounds a little fancy, but it's really just a category. When you say you're in the mood for an action movie, you're talking about a genre. Music works the exact same way. We're also going to run into some acronyms along the way. Think of them like shortcuts. Like saying USA instead of the United States of America. It's just a way to pack a big idea into a few letters, and you'll see a really big one in the music world in just a minute. All right, let's kick off our musical tour. Our first stop takes us to the American South for a genre known for its amazing storytelling and really distinct sound: country music. So what makes country, well, country? It's famous for its storytelling, usually with guitars front and center. It's got deep roots in the American South, and you'll often hear this really unique vocal style called a twang. You can kind of think of it as a Southern accent that's woven right into the singing. Okay, so from the twang of the South, let's move on to something a little more smooth, a little more soulful. And our next genre's name, well, it's actually one of those acronyms we just talked about. And here it is, R&B. It stands for rhythm and blues. What's really cool is how that name breaks down the sound. It takes the soulful feeling of blues and jazz and then mixes it with a really strong rhythm section. That means a heavy focus on the drums and that bass line that gets you moving. If you've ever heard an artist like John Legend, then you're already familiar with modern R&B. Okay, get ready because we are shifting gears big time. Let's dive into a genre that's defined by its sheer power, its speed, and a massive, massive global following: metal. Now, metal isn't just one sound. Oh no. It's like a whole universe of subgenres. As you can see, it branches out into styles like heavy metal, power metal, gothic metal, and honestly, that is just scratching the surface. It's a whole world of music all on its own. And for our last genre today, we're going to look at a style that started out on the streets of New York and grew into one of the most powerful and influential forces in all of modern music: hip-hop. The way hip-hop music is created is just so unique. Producers would literally take pieces of old records, maybe some jazz or funk, and sample them, manipulate them, and build a totally new beat from scratch. And while it's closely related to rap, hip-hop as a whole genre is often defined by this deep focus on the beat, whereas rap tends to put a little more emphasis on the lyrical complexity. So we've explored a few genres, but the language of music, it goes way beyond just styles. It also pops up in our culture, especially in competitions, from TV talent shows to rap battles. So let's look at a few phrases that were born in those high-stakes moments. First one up is the tiebreaker. I mean, we've all seen this, right? It's that crucial, nail-biting moment in any competition. The scores are all tied up, and you need one last challenge to figure out who the winner is. So you might hear an announcer say something just like this. That tiebreaker is the one final thing that separates the champion from everybody else. Now, for something with even more drama, double or nothing. This is a serious high-stakes gamble. It's that final, all-in moment where you can either double everything you've won or lose it all and walk away with nothing.
Yeah, you can just picture it, can't you? It's the ultimate high-risk, high-reward move. One last chance to turn it all around, or to go home empty-handed. So much drama. And finally, here's a phrase I think we have all felt at some point. The pressure is on. It's that spotlight moment, when everything just stops and the entire outcome rests completely on your shoulders. This sports analogy is just perfect. The whole game, all the hopes of the team, the fans, it all comes down to this one player making one shot. That intense feeling of expectation, that is what the pressure is on really means. But when you really get down to it, music is so much more than just categories and competitions. At its very heart, it's about emotion. It's about storytelling. And to really get that, I want to share a quick story with you. So there was this boy named Adam, and he absolutely loved music. But he didn't have any instruments, just an old box that he used as a drum. Then one day, a traveling musician came to his village and saw Adam's passion, and he told him, music isn't just about sound, it's about feelings. When you play, you tell a story. He ended up giving Adam his guitar, and Adam became his village's musician because he understood that music was a gift meant to be shared, to connect people, and to bring them joy.
And that story? It just captures the essence of it all, doesn't it? Music truly is a universal language. It can literally have positive effects on our health and make us happier. It helps us heal when we're sad and celebrate when we're joyful. But maybe most importantly, it's a bridge that connects every single one of us.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. The next time you listen to your favorite song, just close your eyes and ask yourself, what story is this music telling me? Thanks so much for joining me on this little musical journey.